This is my second poem in my series on Cumbrian legends and folk tales. It's the legend of the Croglin vampire. In those parts, it was known as the Scarrowman. That's why this poem is entitled The Scarrowman. In the Eden Valley, the Cumbrian dales resound with weird and wondrous tales. Croggling Village is one such story, about nightmare creature grim and gory. Scarrowman, to give it name, roamed Croglin churchyard whence it came. Stories abound of rabbit sheep, drained of blood whilst in their sleep. Croglin church from olden times held dark secrets and many rhymes. Locals all were buried here, most moved on, but not all we fear. Across the fields was Croggling Grange, which features in our story strange. An older site once of chapel and kirk, the kind of place where legends lurk. The Fisher family who owned the Grange decided a larger property was within their range, so they moved out and let the building to another family who moved in. Edward Michael and Amelia Cranswell, the leasing family, and as we can tell, were brothers and sisters, siblings three, well liked by the district society. The day in question was unbearably hot. The family sat in the shade a lot. By eventime, Amelia, who was feeling stressed, retired to bed to get some rest. And as she lay propped up in bed, trying to sleep, the Countess said, the window locked but the shutters not barred, gave views across the fields to the churchyard. In the distance 2 red lights were seen, slowly advancing across the green. Amelia, frightened and deeply shocked, barred her door and checked the windows were locked. Returning to bed to try for sleep again, she heard rustling and scratching at the window pane. A shriveled brown face with glowing red eyes scratched the lead from the window to her surprise. It removed the pane and reached inside. It unlocked the window and was at her side. The fiend bit her neck and Amelia screamed. No help forthcoming, or so it seemed. The brothers, alerted, broke into her room. The creature ran off into the gloom. In long fast strides across the field it fled, jumped the churchyard wall to rejoin the dead. A doctor was called to tend to Amelia, recommended foreign climes as a recovery procedure. So off to Switzerland they did repair, to recover in the alpine air. Spending months recovering, Amelia felt concern that she had a nagging longing to return. And so the trio to Croggling Grange came back, memories fading of the attack. A lunatic must have escaped, they said, thinking no more of the living dead. But as security, Amelia's shutters barred and locked. The brothers slept with loaded pistols cocked. Through the winter there were reports of animals being found with gashes to their throats. The family were happy at the Grange, but in the spring that would all change. A scratching sound made Amelia wake. Above the shutter a familiar face, with glowing red eyes, was looking in, a shrivelled head with a morbid grin. Amelia screamed, and hearing her shout, with loaded pistols the brothers ran out. The creature took off in his ungainly stride, towards the churchyard on the other side. Although hit in the leg with a pistol ball, the revenant still scaled the churchyard wall. Wary to follow in the night on their own, they gathered the villagers and waited for dawn. Early next morning, in dawn's early light, they followed the trail where it led last night. Down to the crypt, horror waited inside. All the coffins were smashed and bodies defiled. Bones had been gnawed and left where they stood, to satisfy the creature's hellish desire for blood. Only one coffin survived untorn. In it a brown shriveled body was lying alone. A bullet wound to its leg revealed this was the creature chased o'er the field. They dragged the coffin up from the crypt, and next to a holly tree a fire was lit. Piled high with straw the fire consumed the hellish creature that had been entombed. When the fire died, all that was left was ash. They scattered this to the winds all over the grass. These actions seem to have ended this case, but superstition dies hard in this place, and folk legends, although scorned and denied, are difficult to dislodge when evil men died. At Croglin Low Hall, a window bricked up, and festooned with horseshoes for good luck, is testament to these beliefs to this day. It seems the Scarrowman won't go away. So reader, take note of this hellish affair. Modern society does well to beware. Although experts in science say it's not true, make sure the Scarrowman comes not for you. Thank you.